Call this meeting to order. Roll call, sir.
Commissioner Wilkins.
Present.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
We have quorum present.
All right, as you wish, please stand with the pledge and the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the beautiful sunshine you've given us today. Thank you for what we hope is the end to this virus situation that our country's facing. Help us as we try to return back to normal. Thank you as we do our business and do it with the public in mind. Bless us in your wisdom. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. And now for the consent agenda is the approval of minutes of our last meeting, which was on April 6th. Monthly reports from the auditor and collector. Appointment order for the IT department. Dwayne is the acting IT director. Dwayne Looney, excuse me. And appointment order for as head cook for the sheriff's department would be Brandy Hedrick. No, motion please.
Move that we approve the consent agenda.
And I'd second that.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. No table agenda items. We have the oven at the jail has died. It was requiring more labor and cost than was needed, and I think they haven't got a free replacement. So we appreciate that. And this is the one that the hospital gave us a couple of years ago. He said part of that's still working, but the rest of it's not.
Yeah, the lower unit worked, the upper unit did not, so we want to salvage that out. And we've got 2 replacements for free from the Department of Defense, so and they're in good shape, they're fairly new,
Okay.
about $10,000 a piece.
Okay. You say 2 replacements. Is that
Two.
2 units there? Or
No,
one?
that's 1 unit double, and the ones we got are both doubles.
So you got twice as much capacity?
Yes.
All right.
And can I, is there a market for this, or we're gonna declare it surplus and sell it, I guess?
It is, the upper part of it's down, it costs, getting to cost so much to fix it, it's not really worth anything.
I mean, you got an outlet like Purple Wave or something like that, or?
Yeah, we're just
Not if
gonna
it's not-
scrap it.
Or you're just gonna scrap it?
It's the old one from the hospital that it was well used over there.
Yeah. Well, I misunderstood, I thought it was gonna be sold. That's okay, that's fine.
Okay, so we have a request to declare this surplus and get it off our asset list.
I move that we declare this as salvage and let it to be, moved away, get rid of it.
Second?
And I will second that.
Any questions?
Also on that, they threw in a free commercial dishwasher, like the one we use at the jail, so we got it in stock. If something goes wrong with it, we can move it right in.
Yeah,
And
better
that's
deal.
another pretty expensive deal.
All of course, as you said, was free.
Yes.
All right, we appreciate that. Okay, any other questions, comments? Somebody we know probably had to go get that.
I didn't. You didn't.
All right. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you so much. Thank you, Dan. Purchase of cars. You wanna go get these?
Yep.
All right, 4 cars, and there's where the budget comes from, the total dollars. And the, even got the serial numbers of them on there. These are used highway patrol cars, typically. Got about 55, 60,000 miles on them when they phase them out. A little bit special made for this use. Any motion?
I would move that we approve the 4 cars from the highway patrol surplus.
And I'd second the motion.
As a comment, this is not only in budget, but the funds are here. We're watching our expenditures pretty closely. So that's being taken care of. I assume they're probably needed.
Yes, they are. Some of our vehicles are getting old as usual, and we need to keep updating our fleet to keep.
Okay.
We've got some 2011 Crown Vics with lots of miles on them. We're slowly building our fleet.
Okay. You got light bars for them?
Yes.
You know somebody can wire them up?
Mike, if he,
Okay. All right. Did I get a motion on this?
Yes,
I
you did.
And any other questions, comments?
Just want to remind the sheriff, which I'm sure he's already been reminded, that the insurance need to be on those cars before you decide to
Already
bring them
taken care
out.
of.
Taken care of.
I knew Buck would take that. I read the question to the sheriff.
that's why I have good people work for me.
All right, any other questions? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much. Liquor license extension, and Kevin, I think I understood the last line on here. The regular license are due January 30, and that's been extended to August 31st with no penalty. Now, the part I wasn't sure I understood is the new licenses are due on September 1st, is that correct?
September 1st, and will incur, after that, it will,
Be a penalty after that date, okay, I wasn't
it just
sure,
moved it back.
wasn't real sure what that meant on the second part of it, okay.
Yep.
Is that a motion, and we need to act on that? Recommendation?
You know, it's, state law, it's mainly for informational purpose, but you
Yeah.
just
I'm doing it.
acknowledge
Yeah,
that
we
you're aware of it.
recognize the state's position on that and support it.
Okay,
In a second.
okay, any questions? Yes, Louis?
So will these liquor licenses then expire June of next year?
They'll still have the same
It'll be-
expiration,
Okay.
just give them a little
It's
time
just
when a
this
lot of
year.
these places aren't open to come up with money to renew their license, we're just giving them a little extra time.
Okay.
Hopefully, June next year, they won't have the same problem, they'll be in business, making money, and can pay their bills on time, but especially bars and restaurants have really been hurt, and they're cash strapped right now, so they're giving a couple months, and I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't get moved back a little bit further, because the cash flow that restaurant owners I know are incurring, they're just barely able to pay their rent. And so they're not gonna build up anything until probably 3 or 4 or 5 months in there to be able to pay extra things. So I would assume the state would say, you know, we're better off having you in business. Just take a couple months, pay your people first, pay your rent, and get us paid so that we can stay in business. I think it makes sense. It doesn't do any good to drive somebody out of business that's already beaten down, you know. We need to try to help these people, and that's what I think we're trying to do.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Approval of annual bids for the collector. Don't have anyone here for that. I assume that they want us to extend or
Yes,
approve
that's
the
what they've
bids.
expressed to us, so they wanted to put it on the calendar.
Okay,
I move that we permit approve the annual bids for the collector's office.
second,
Recommendation, Commissioner Wilson, do the collector on the second.
questions? All in favor, aye? Aye, thank you. Award vending machine bid. I think we had a grand total of 1 bid placed on that, submitted. And that's been looked over and qualifies, and so do we have a recommendation to approve this
Who's
bid?
it with?
MDC vending. Do I have a motion?
Well, I move that we award this vending machine bid, but I'm not sure, did I understand that whoever this is had purchased the equipment that's here and across the street, or? So it'll be no change as far as equipment goes out, I guess.
I anticipate there probably will be a change in equipment since the current equipment doesn't work.
Oh, I wasn't aware that it was working. No, I think it's fine. We need to have a contract so we know where the world is coming from anyway.
They're currently searching out old pastries,
For what?
pastries to put in them.
Oh.
It's a special.
I thought you was being serious. I was paying attention.
And Kevin's going to have to quit using the same slugs on
The only stipulation, gentlemen, if you'll read Article 2, it says 1 snack machine and soda machine at each location in the high traffic areas and lobbies. Currently, I can't speak for the jail, obviously, but the current situation in this building and in the courthouse is the fact that they're basically isolated machines. They are hidden from view. The vendor says if you're not going to make them accessible to the general public, then he'll just pull the machines.
I don't know.
But if we don't make it available to public,
There's not enough traffic.
not really sure. They're asking us to sign an agreement that Will we have to change our practice?
Well, if you'll read Article 2,
Yeah,
it
really.
says one snack machine and soda machine at each location in high-traffic area lobbies.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have a contract or we're not gonna have one.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I move that we grant the award.
Second.
I'll say.
Okay, any questions? All in favor, aye?
If they shut us down, we can find another.
That's an issue right there. There's a kind of a franchise area on that, or license.
I beg your pardon?
They limit each other to overlapping territory.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
I didn't either, until this. Okay, next meeting, I'm about to run out of meeting, May 5th, week after next, same time, same place,
We will have our insurance openings that day for,
okay? All right, thank you.
Yes, good deal.
Other business, anybody have correspondence? Public comments, is no one outside then?
No one show.
Okay, departmental reports. Sales tax report, look again, this may be the last positive number we'll see for a while. We've been told by the state that, this will be slowing down. From listening to sales reports of businesses around, I suspect it'll be slowing down. I know my small business, the sales tax has been delayed for payment until July, I think it is, mine's end, other than that. They've held off on the time you have to pay, and that's what these are based on, so that'll be moved back, so. There's a positive number, don't get used to it. Okay,
Commissioner, is that based on what month's sales receipts?
this is, March. This is the April report for March receipts, so,
which has probably occurred in February.
February, right.
yeah, so it's, there is a delay on it.
Okay.
Okay, Brandy Hedrick took the initiative to get herself certified as a nutritionist and, of course, clean cooking and clean food service. And so we appreciate that in her part, and now we're having a retirement of the senior cook there. So, Dan, I think you want to have her move into that position?
Yes, we'd like to, and Yvonne Booyer, she's been with the county for 26 years, I think, and is a dietitian and been the head cook, and she was gonna retire June 1st. First of this month, her doctor sent a message through that she's high risk for this corona, and she has some COPD and different, breathing problems, so she decided that between her and her doctor, she would take that early, and so she's already taking her vacation time, and will be gone June 1st, and that's when we'd like to make this new appointment.
Okay, now, we have on the consent agenda to move her into this position. So other than that, she's done as far as that, we don't have to act on that. Is there anything else we need to act on?
But I would like to give her a raise in pay for those added duties she's
Okay,
going to be doing.
what do you have in mind to put her on?
She's making $12 an hour right now.
Okay, starting pay.
And I wanted to move her up to 15.
And she'll be the head of the group.
Yes, and that is in the matrix. I talked to Teresa, and it's in the system.
Okay. And how many people will be working for her?
I have actually 4 cooks, so there'll be 3 people underneath her, and then she works with a crew of trustees that do the heavy lifting and the big pots and pans and things like that, dishwashing, those sort of
So
things.
it's quite a responsible job.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
They'd have 5 cooks, but too many cooks.
Okay. Do I have a motion before this gets carried away? Just a little bit late, but go ahead.
Too many cooks spoiled the macaroni and cheese.
Do I have a motion to bump our pay from 12 to 15 because?
Approve the justifiable payments.
And I would second that motion.
Okay, any questions?
No questions, but I will make a comment. A few months ago, I had the pleasure of touring that kitchen as we did our assets inventory, and was duly impressed by the cleanliness and the efficiency of Miss Booyer?
Yes.
Miss Booyer. I mean, she's right on top. She was right on top of it. Gave a really nice presentation of how it works, how they go through the process and everything, and though I've never been in any other jail kitchen. True story. This one's a good one, so.
At least not the
They
jail
don't,
kitchen.
I'm gonna let the inmates in the kitchen do that.
Dan, how many meals they cook a day?
Well, usually around, right now, 110, 115.
Population,
We were over 300.
population. you're
Yes.
talking about. Okay, so it's 3 times that number of meals.
Exactly, and if there's any food left over at the end, we let the deputies eat it rather than just throw it out, so.
Yeah.
Another situation where I have good employees working for me.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Before I lose my mask. We have a motion and a second. No, it's going. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay, we have an auditor's report, and the red boxes are anything that's over the 24.9% at the end of March. And there were several, and I don't know exactly why. I see one of them was 104%, be the ambulance district, and that may be transportation to the morgue. I'm not sure about that. It might be our own expense for the ambulance district. Does that sound right, lawyer Dave?
That would, yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any numbers from them. This is for March,
Yeah.
which is basically a few weeks before that. But, yeah, we've seen an increase in that. But there's nothing really, that stands out, to be honest with you.
Mhm. The insurance maintenance fund is 61%. I don't know why that's abnormally high, but anyway, okay. That's a report. And?
Harold?
Yes.
I just wanted to explain a couple of things on there. That, mental area drug task force, that's a payment one time a year, so that's done and over with. Also, the deputy sheriff's supplemental salary, we do not do that anymore, so, that's gonna show red always probably, I guess, Louis, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And it's 27%, so it's not really high for the time of year.
No, not
Okay.
the quarter, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
any other departmental reports?
Yes,
Yes.
not so much a department report, but I need a clarification of the letter that you sent out, Harold, to county employees dated April 17th. You might clarify that as long as this is going out to the general public.
Yes. The nature of county business is that the departmental elected officer controls that office. And we control budget, space, and policy. So in that letter that you're talking about, which I believe is the last one, I gave authorization of the departmental heads to go back to full staffing rather than the half staffing that we were on. And so, but I told them that they need to know with their offices how they want to do that. And so that's how that's done. It was authorizing them to go back to full staff as they wish. The president's phase 1, which really hasn't kicked in yet, says that we need to do that slowly. And I don't know the word they use on that, but at a moderate pace, going back to full staff. And so does that answer your question?
The question, the phone call I got yesterday, based on this information, are the offices now reopened
It
to the
depends
general
on the,
public?
and the also part of that letter says that the department head can determine how to interact with the public.
Okay.
And so you can do that. So that's departmental head question. Yes, Jay?
One of the concerns was the plastic shields in
Yes.
between, and that would help us make a decision at that point. I didn't know what the
And
status
Brian
or
is working on
time
that.
frame on that. Okay.
He has run into some extreme cost on plexiglass.
Yeah.
And thinks there's some gouging going on there.
Okay.
But he's looking at that, but Brian is handling that, and he's taking care of it, and I know your office is on his priority list. So, I even looked at the corrugated clear plastic at Lowe's the other day, and you can buy an 8-foot sheet of that for $12, $13. But it's not real clear. I mean, you can see through it very well.
Sometimes that's.
But it's got the wavy
Plus.
look to it, so it might make me look better at your office, but it's a lot cheaper than the other plastic. Any other questions? That answer what you're talking about? Okay. Basically, I gave it the authority to the office holder to determine how to do that. Okay. Okay, any other questions?
Move to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
Harold, I'd like to make one announcement is that, Tish from the factory barber shop is at the jail today, giving haircuts. I know a lot of the barbers are shut down, so she's over cutting deputies' hair. If anybody would like to stop by.
Can I bring-
I'll get a number.
That,
My wife